I want to show you many things. But I try to put everything under the name of Stunt because I think that can be helpful at any level with the young kids, but also at senior level. Okay, I go straight away on pin downs, on off-screen situations. This is okay. We have many sets about off screens. I put many of that, but the thing is, I want to talk about the passer, okay, in that moment. So the stunner, let's say the defense on the passer, usually, especially with great shooter, we have Bellinelli that in Europe is one of the top shooter for sure. So many defense on the passer are going to stunt a lot, are going to be more or not ball oriented, but Bellinelli oriented. So on the stunner, we want the passer cut, and we work a lot also on that kind of pass. Okay, jumping and passing on the passer cut. It's I would like to say it's a very easy thing, but you gotta work a lot on that. You gotta be very strict on your request because it's not normal that the passer cut. So this kind of situation help us a lot during the year. This is a floppy situation, okay? You see, and every time the let's say the defense turn his head is the right moment to get through the defense and steal a bucket.
Are these reads or set plays?
The last year were not reads. It was mandatory to cut. From the next, let's say, I hope the next games, but I think the next year, so the year is coming, will be more reads, and will be a read of a cut or using a flare, or eventually play a clipper down, so handoff, and I'll show you now also this. But last year it was strictly, it's mandatory to cut every pin down, every coming off was a cut. And this kind of cut, you see, this was it was late in the year. It was the Euro Cup playoffs, so the teams started to get used about that, and so we're worried about that sort of jet cut. Okay, and you see that they started not to play stunt, not play aggressive stunt, and so we had a chance to go aggressive inside with curl inside the paint. And this kind of cut, you see again, they are very worried about the passer cut. Give us the chance also to go more in the motion and go with a clipper down continuity. And once again, when we use that, the passer cut clear out the space for the shooter. Okay, so it was a matter of two on two. So they needed a hard hedge of the bid, or without hard hedge, we had a great shooter like Belly that can take a easy catch and shoot three. Once more, okay, stagger, 5, fake the hedge. Okay, the next year on this kind of coming off, so wide, okay, not so tight. Our point guard will play the DHO. Okay, so we will not have this kind of cut and replace. We will have straight DHO with the point guard, also because he's a better passer than all the other guys. But talking about the past here, it was jet cut, okay, passer cut. Defense is worried about that, okay, and we play clipper down continuity. And one more time, you see how the defense is oriented on the passer. And so for Belly, it's easy 2-on-2. And with player like Bellinelli and Teodosic, to play only 2-on-2, I think is like to be sentence of death, So it was easy pass inside and get finished by our 5. Second situation I want to show you, again, maybe are things that you already seen, but I think they are very effective. if you work a lot on that. Okay. Second situation is the use of flare. On many stunts, the flare, I think, can be very helpful, especially when you have shooters. This is Tortona, one of my favorite teams, because the head coach is one of the most brilliant minds in Italian basketball, in European basketball.
What team is that?
Tortona. I can write you.
Can you type that in the chat?
Yeah, for sure.
Just so I can find them on Synergy.
Yeah, you can find it. You will see a lot of flares, a lot of motion. They are very good to pass each other the ball. Not many dribbles. They are very good to find their team the best shot possible. Not only the good shot, but the best shot possible. So if you see them, you will see a lot of clips like this, and now I show you a lot of that. And at the end of the presentation, I write the
You'll
name
type it in the chat. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And this kind of screen to screen, it was more not so used screen to screen, but on the pin down, you see another time on the passer stand, they use the flare, and this kind of flare can create a miscommunication, and it's very hard, especially when you have a five screening. Okay, it's hard to switch, because usually the 5 is ball oriented, so it's probably going to play the stunt, another stunt here, and so it's very hard, and this can create a domino situation, So, and if you have stretch big, it's easy to open the court and spread the court and find good 3-point shots. Again, I show you a lot of clips about Tortona, and here we talk about decoy situation. Okay, this is a drag, but the goal is the shooter. Is this? Sorry, I can cut off this. Okay, this player is a great shooter. Is the best shooter on off screens of the entire league, Italian league. Okay, so they look a lot for him using decoy situation, decoy action like this: drag with 5. Quick swing with 4, and this kind of cut, okay, of the point guard, first of all, can create this clean room for the shooter, okay, and this kind of fake screen, fake pop of the 4, fake short roll the 4, prevent the another stunt of the passer, okay, because they are involved in that situation. You see how the defense of the shooter is involved on the weak side, because he's worried about a roll of the 4, maybe because they play arm show, they play show, they can play switch, whatever it is, but they are involved on that, and so it's a clean 3-pointer for the shooter. So with that kind of situation, with that kind of action, they prevent stunt and also edge of the 5, edge of the screener, because again, the screener is involved on the weak on the weak side, where the ball is handled. Here also against, you see in that situation the defense play ice, and you see how they can keep going with their sets using the proper spacing, even if the defense play a quite different defense. They can create problem with the spacing, but they are so good in recreate the right spacing. They keep playing with the pop with the 5, okay, pin down of the 4, and they keep going looking for the shooter. And you see once again, the 4-man is involved inside, is worried inside, and now they have the stunner. The stunner is far from the ball, is putting pressure, because okay, I disarm the screen, perfect. I can stay by myself. Okay, I'm good. But the goal is not the point guard. The goal is the shooter that can curl easy, especially with his right hand. This is another set that I like very much. Is I call it Prepelic pin down. Prepelic is the Slovenian shooting guard, great shooter. And again, decoy action. 4-man rolls aggressive. The 5 is involved in that kind of pick and roll, Okay, but in the meantime, they set a pin down on the weak side with the player coming with a point guard handling the ball far from the shooter. In that way, one more time, the stunner will be late to stunt and will be probably late also if we go to stunt on a passer cut if they use our system. Okay, and you see how they can curve and create good shot for the other players. One more time, this is Tortona again. Okay, you see the 5 is involved and will be for sure late on the on an eventual curl of the shooter.